Are you about to watch this video and you're not liked and subscribed to it? Like the video, please. Just go down. It's right there. It's right there.
I did. I hit it. I hit it. Have you hit it? Because you're kicking it with Jimmy fucking Fallon the night before. I mean, Saturday Night Live party. From what I understand, the episode had already been aired. It was already, the season finale was already a done deal. So you guys are just getting after it because you're cool. Just a couple of guys being dudes. So how does that start? And then take us through the evening, like the moment you're like, you know what? I think I've got it. Bro, no. Fuck it. Let's go. Keep it rolling.
No, I mean, it wasn't meant. I mean, it wasn't premeditated. I usually went to every Saturday Night Live gig, that was in town when we were in town. But, I took my son to dinner that night. My dad brought him in for my visitation. And then I said, hey, I'm going to Saturday Night Live. I'll see you, shortly after. And because, I mean, as long as I got 5-6 hours of sleep, I was good to go. And then I got kind of coaxed into going into the after party because I always went to those as well. And, Marcy Klein, she hired all the talent. She was Lorne Michaels' right-hand woman. And so I ended up going. She called me a pussy, so I go, I got to go now.
Gotta go.
So one thing led to another. And before you know it, Jimmy and I always sit with Lorne at his table, and then I'm there for a bit, and then all the cast are the guests that night. They come over, hang out, and I get to meet them. But then I just kind of slid off and started hanging out with Jimmy. I think Seth Meyers, Will Forte, I think Horatio. I forgot Horatio's last name, Sands or something like that. But Sands, it was like we just started drinking, and before you know it, we started drinking more. And about 5:30 in the morning, I am shit-faced. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. I go, I got to pitch. I got to leave. I got to pitch in a couple hours. And I'm like, who's leaving first, Jimmy, you or me? He goes, you go first. I said, no, you go first. So we got in this little high school little tizzy.
I'm not going.
I go, fuck it. So I got in a cab and actually they had a car for me, and it took me back to the Upper East Side. And I mean, I did a face plant right in my bed. And 2 hours later, my son wakes me up and says, Dad, cook me breakfast. I'm like, no, man, go have Grandpa cook it. And he goes, no, you can't. You cook better than Grandpa. So I'm like, fuck. I get up. And then here comes the coffee. I'm just starting, because I'm blowing probably 3.5, maybe 5.0. So I made breakfast, and I get him in a cab because they have to go back to Florida. He had to go back to his mom. And so I walked across the street, got a Starbucks with about 5 extra shots in it. And I'm just trying to wake up. And so I got to the ballpark, and Coney's like, whoa, dude. He goes, go hide. I go, why? He goes, you stink. So I'm like, all right. So I went back into the masseuse room, and I said, Rohan, just work on my legs. I mean, because if anything's going to go, it's your legs. And when your legs are done, you're done. And so I just I still went through my routine that I did that day, every 5 days. And I had the worst bullpen of my life. It fucking sucked. And Milt Stottlemyre's like, Boomer, you're doing good. I said, fuck that. And I threw 2 balls out of the stadium. I was so pissed off. I was throwing 39-foot curveballs. My fastball was all over the place. I'm like, I'm done. Let's go. I cut my routine short, walked in. I go, if this is as good as I got, I'm in trouble today. And then first pitch of the game, about 95 right down the middle. I'm like, where'd that come from? And I'm like, and then then that shit happened. I'm like, don't ask me how. But it was funny because I was looking for a conversation, and nobody would talk to me. Nobody. I remember going sitting between Brocious and Tino Martinez, and they got up and they went each way. And I'm just like, ah, damn, somebody talk to me. And then 8th inning, I think Tony goes, hey, he comes up to me and he goes, you need to break out your knuckleball. I'm like, knuckleball? I said, I don't throw a knuckleball, Coney. He goes, yeah, you do. We play catch every day. You got a great knuckleball. I'm like, I ain't throwing no fucking knuckleball. He goes, you show me nothing if you don't do it. So 9th inning, I go, all right. I think that was the 7th inning. 8th inning, I come in. He gets that vein popping when he's all hyped up and stuff in his forehead. He's like, you show me nothing. He started calling me a pussy. And I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. And but he was just getting my mind off of what was going on, and I understood what he was doing then. But at least I had somebody to talk to.